Still cannot get the lighting right in my office. Looks awful. I don't know what to do. Like, if I go brighter, then it doesn't look right either. And if I go like one shade up, it just doesn't. Uh-oh. What did I do? Hang on. Cords are wrapped around one another. 1 second. There we go. Hopefully that works better. That looks a little better. Welcome, welcome. Yep. Monetization features are still disabled. Yay. We'll give everybody like 5-10 minutes to hop in, and then we will read for tonight. We are on... What chapter are we on? That's a good question. We are on chapter 19. So, I cannot believe we're already on chapter 19. This is oh. I was like, what is that noise? It's my dog. Can I pet that dog? Alright. What do you guys think of the lip color? I'm not sure if I like it. I'm still not... I'm not used to like this shade of pink. Usually I'm much more on the red side instead of the pink side. But I thought I'd try something different. It's something. Because I stream... this light just looks awful on my glasses. I don't know how to fix it. I think it's just reflecting off my computer screen. Yeah, it's reflecting off my computer screen. I need new glasses. I haven't had new glasses in like 2 years, so I think that's why I'm getting the weird glare. But yep, we'll give everybody like a few minutes to hop in. All right. So I don't know what I'm logging in with. There we go. I'm tired. Are you guys tired? It's been a long day. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, there we go. I was wondering where you guys were. I was like, where is everybody gone? I know it's Friday, but usually I'm here on Fridays. Thank you guys for the likes. This keeps falling down. See, this is the problem. Like, none of my clothes fit. Even though I've got new ones, like stuff like my tank tops and stuff like that, I haven't got new tank tops. Got interested in a story. What kind of story? What's the tea? What was I doing? I was trying to set up Buy Me a Coffee so that we could just do it that way. No, not LinkedIn, Linktree. I don't even know what to use for my profile picture. Here we go. All right. You're food shopping. Yay! So sorry, I just realized that my work monitors were not turned off. And I don't need you guys knowing my stuff. All right. Sorry, I'm setting up Buy Me a Coffee. That way, so Hi, Arky. Is everybody here? Do we have everybody? I don't want to like. Oh, I gotta send it to Tony. There we go. I don't want anybody to miss the live that's been following along. So there we go. I am gonna have to find my checkbook to do this. So never mind. I don't think so. No? Oh, no, it says you can manage. No, you've got all the things. You've got all of the permissions. So, I don't know. There we go. And Buy Me a Coffee is live. So there we go. Buy Me a Coffee is now live on the LINK in my BIO. So there we go. Fixed it. So since the clock app has decided to be dumb and won't let me be monetized anymore, I fixed it. So now you can go to the LINK in my BIO, and now I won't have a problem anymore. So just, I found an alternative. There we go. Problem solved. So anyway, I don't know. I guess I'll make it like $3. If I get $3 on the Buy Me a Coffee, then I will read 4 chapters. This sounds so dumb. Or more. I don't know. If I get, I'll say something dumb like, if I get $200, I'll read 10 chapters or something like that. I'll make it really ridiculous. Fun my trip to Disney. Sort of. Well, that's my reward. So my current booked trip to Disney World is my reward for getting straight A's. I made the Dean's List. I'm super excited. I made the Dean's List. That's like an I don't think I ever made the Dean's List my entire time. So that's super, super, super exciting. I made the dean's list for my last semester, so yay! Ooh, Bane trilogy. That sounds fun. I don't think I've read that one. We are currently on chapter 19 of Mall Lockdown. I didn't do this last night and I totally forgot and I need to do it. So, side note, okay? This book is not intended for children. Warning, content might be unsuitable for younger viewers. Not viewers, listeners, whatever. This is by the same guy who wrote Death Troopers, which if you have been following along for a while, we also read Death Troopers. We've read Death Troopers twice now. Death Troopers is very graphic when it comes to the description of violence. So, side note, this book is not intended for younger viewers because it does contain graphic scenes of violence. Okay? Alright. If you're a minor, you need your parents' permission. I don't know how to set this up as an 18 over live because I don't want to do that, but like, because I'm not doing like over 18 stuff, but I'm just saying, okay? Okay. It be violent, okay? He ripped out the heart of a wampa, okay? And graphic descriptions of that. So just if you're young, don't okay? Or go get your parents' permission. I realize that in today's day and age that seems really ridiculous, but I'm just saying. Don't. All right. I think we're good. I think everybody's ready. All right, everybody ready? Chapter 19. In my time of unaliving, which I'm going to use code words just in case because I am in live jail because my stream is boring or whatever. So yeah, just a side note. I will use the code words because I don't want to get in more trouble and in more jail. I don't know why I'm in jail in the first place. It's basically said my stream was too boring, but whatever. The power in the medbay was already out, and a cloak of darkness prevailed over its unfamiliar interior, save for the ambient glow of the diagnostic equipment, which cast a spectral blue glow on the figures moving through it, single file. Hold it, Boystock whispered, raising his hand without looking back. That's far enough. Artagan glanced at him. He and Egan were halfway across the medbay, creeping their way forward in almost total blackness. How long can you keep the main power out? Leave that to me, the guard said. I'll bring the droid around and take care of the programming to deactivate the charges. Something shifted in the middle distance, and Artagan stiffened, glancing around. Is there someone else in here with us? No. Boystock shook his head. I sealed the medbay up behind us. You saw me do it. I heard something. Shut up and stay put, the guard said. Don't move, and don't touch anything. He ducked his head and vanished. Father, Egan murmured a moment later, you know we can't trust him. Why would you... He's the only one who can help us. We need him. What if it's a trap? The boy whispered, his voice going higher with urgency. Better listen to your old man, kid, said Voistock. I'm the only chance you've got. As if on cue, Artagan sensed something sailing past him in the blackness. Grabbing his son's arm, he ducked and felt it graze his shoulder. As the thing turreted around, he saw the GH7's photoreceptors blink to life in the darkness, two perfect blue discs hovering before them. Artagan listened and he heard it again, the sound of someone else in medbay with them. Closer now. Voistock? He hissed, turning in the direction of the sound. Is that you? No one answered. In front of them, barely visible, Artagan saw the droid moving closer, its manipulator extending a long hypodermic needle. Father? The boy asked. It's all right, Artagan said. It will only hurt for a second, then the charges will be deactivated. Go ahead. But Egan started to say something, and the needle plunged through his prison uniform and directly into his upper thorax. The boy let up a sharp squawk of pain, but his words were lost beneath the sudden volley of blaster fire from outside the medbay. Artagan heard the voices guards shouting at one another and the shooting starting again. What? Glancing around, Artagan Truex saw the GH7 withdraw the needle from his son's chest, pivot in the air, and go flying backward. What is this? What's going on? 5 meters away, Voistock stood up, rising to his full height. What's it sound like? He turned around and faced the two inmates. Outside, the blasters had stopped firing again, and Artagan heard a muffled voice barking orders, demanding whoever was inside to open up in there. "You promised we had 15 minutes, Artagan said. "I gave you the Kipu. I gave you everything. I had." "What's this?" Voistock held up the string with the knots in it and threw it in Artagan's direction. "Come on, you really think Radique would let you get out of here that easily, after what you know about him?" "Father?" Egan stared at his father. "What's he talking about?" "What, he never told you?" Voistock asked. He was grinning now. "Go ahead, old man. Tell your son why you're really here. Tell him how you brought him to this place." "You don't know what you're talking about," Egan said. "Kid, I've heard just about enough from you." Without taking his eyes off Artagan, Voistock jerked his right arm back and drove his elbow into the boy's face. Egan's head snapped sideways, and he went flying into a tray of sterilized medical instruments, vascular clamps, and orthopedic drills, knocking them to the floor with a resonating crash of surgical steel. He lay there motionless. "Egan!" Oh, I just realized my dog is snoring up here. Artagan shouted, leaping up, then rounding to Voistock with a savage glare. "You'll pay for that." "Easy, old man," Voistock said, his hand sliding down to the detonator console in his belt. "Nobody's paying for anything just now. That whelp of yours just signed his death warrant, and by the gods, you're going to watch him redeem it." Artagan lunged at Voistock and fell on him, ripping away the guard's belt and fighting with a ferocity that was ultimately pointless. Within a span of seconds, Voistock had rolled free and hammered Artagan twice in the stomach and once across the bridge of the nose before smashing his skull with the butt of his blaster over and over. "Maybe next time, wham, you'll listen, wham, when somebody tries to teach you, thump, some carking respect." Ooh, Voistock is mad. Voistock's hand went down to the detonator console, but it was gone. Artagan groaned. With monumental effort, he managed to lift his head. His face and scalp were bleeding profusely from half a dozen different lacerations, but beneath it all, something vital and defiant still shone in his eyes. "Looking for this?" Artagan was breathing heavily. Barely moving air, in his right hand he held the drop box that he'd ripped from the guard's belt. He no longer looked steady on his feet, but his tired countenance was blazing with a kind of desperate willfulness, a stark and uncompromising refusal to go down. "Come on and take it." "I don't need that thing anyway," Voistock snarled, smearing blood from his own nose and raising the blaster. "Not when I've got this." "But Radique said—" "Radique's only instruction was to not let you go, was to not let you escape." Voistock pointed the blaster at Artagan's leg. "He didn't say anything about not killing you." And he pulled the trigger. Artagan screamed. In the muzzle flash, he saw his own right leg explode in a gaudy bouquet of blood and gristle, leaving a ragged stump of gleaming bone exposed just below the knee. Curling back, he tried to scramble away and went sprawling backward across the floor. "Hurts, doesn't it?" Voistock stepped closer. "You'll never walk again. You'll never fight. You're a cripple now. You'll live in excruciating pain for the rest of your miserable life." He raised the blaster, pointing it directly at the inmate's head. "Maybe if you beg for mercy, I'll spare you. Grant you a quick death." The old man stared at the blaster, his face momentarily evacuated of all expression. Then he smiled. It was a warrior's smile, full of pain and brokenness, and beneath it all the kind of cold-eyed clarity found among soldiers and killers whose entire lives had been spent plying their trade in the marketplace of mortal suffering. Beneath the blood, the old scars stood out clearly across his forehead. Then he spoke. His voice was calm and steady. "On my home planet," Artagan said, "it is no small thing to make up a man's dying bed. It may only take a few seconds, and it may only be nothing but the ground where he falls. But it's not a matter to be taken lightly. Are you sure you are worthy of that honor, C.O. Voistock?" "Honor?" Voistock snorted. "Old man, who do you think you are?" "I am Artagan Truax." His words had become low and hoarse, but remained unwavering. Beneath his lids, the whites of his eyes were turning red, filling up with scarlet from internal hemorrhaging. "I have killed men in 11 systems. I have fought well and withstood much, and have not given quarter. I will not be broken by the likes of you today, nor will my son, and I will not beg for mercy." Voistock shook his head, finger tightening on the trigger. "Then you can—" The words broke off. There was a sharp, vertebral crack on the guard's head, and it swiveled around backward 180 degrees. Artagan Truax looked up and saw the Zabrak standing over the guard's dead body, holding him by the jaw and skull base. The one called Jagannath released his grip, and Voistock sagged to the medbay floor in a boneless, lifeless heap. Aganath, Artagan managed. The red-skinned inmate was looking down at him with no pity in his yellow eyes. Talk, he said. Well, okay then. So I think that rules out Voistock as being Radique, right? We can rule out Voistock now. That was a lot. There was a lot that was happening there. My goodness. Okay. We'll keep going. My goodness. Oh. Chapter 20. Open Secrets. For a long moment, the old man just stared up at him. His face had gone completely white except for his eyes, which had become bloody orbs. His breathing was hoarse and labored, and he was shaking violently, yet for the time being he still appeared to be lucid. What did you do for Iram Radique? Maul asked. Why won't he let you leave? The old inmate's lips moved, but the words they formed were too faint to hear. Blasters began firing again outside the sealed hatchway of the medbay. Leaning forward, Maul managed to catch his words. Egan. Your son is here, Maul said, glancing over to where the boy lay sprawled unconscious among a pile of surgical instruments. Then he looked back at the old man, taking in the sight of the maimed leg and the ever-broadening lake of blood that surrounded him. But you're not going to be in any position to watch over him any longer. Not like this. The old inmate's face tightened. Already he seemed to grasp the severity of the situation. I can protect him, Maul said. And if you tell me what I need to know... He leaned in again. What did you do for Iram Radique? The old man nodded. When he spoke again, his voice was husky, a forced whisper. Saved his life. Radique's? Another nod. When was this? 20 years ago, the old man said, on Lactine Depot, near the Giju Run. Where is he? Maul asked. Where can I find him? Is he inside Cog Hive 7 right now? Artagan's mouth trembled. He's... Outside, the shouts of the guards got louder. Now the blasters outside were very close. Metal fragments were ricocheting off the inner walls, pinging and scraping into the medbay. Maul knew that he'd have to open it within moments. He turned, rising, and saw the older inmate's gore-streaked face gaping at him just inches away. He reached out and grabbed Maul's wrist. Somehow, beaten almost to death and missing a leg, the old man had still managed to marshal his strength. Where is he now? Maul asked. The old man gaped at him, forcing the words out through sheer determination. Egan, he said. Egan knows everything. Before Maul could ask again, there was a sharp click, followed by a humming noise as power came back on. Overhead, fluorescents shuddered through the medbay, around them their intensity revealing the true ruin of the old man's face. Hold it right there, a guard's voice shouted. The doors slid open as guards burst into the room, blasters at the ready, flanking him on either side. Maul heard guards' boots thumping toward him as they knocked him to his knees, grabbed his arms, and pinned them behind his back. He started to stand up and felt the unmistakable hot metal ring of a recently discharged blaster barrel pressing against the back of his skull. Don't move, maggot, the guard behind him said. We've got orders to take you directly to the warden. The hot steel nudged harder against his skin. But that doesn't mean you have the nasty accident along the way. Maul growled. Only then did he turn and glance back at the old man, who lay in a heap less than a meter away. Egan knows everything. Let's go, the guard said. Now. Maul turned his gaze from the old man and rose slowly to his feet to follow the guards out through the hatchway into the open corridor beyond. So that concludes our reading for today. Those were short chapters, though, I will admit. Looks like the next couple of chapters are a little longer. Huh! Sleepy. It was a long, taxing day at work. I kicked off my audit today, so... Well, I kicked it off last night, but now I was getting my responses today, so... Cataloging all of those was a lot of fun. That was very short. Oh, you're gonna go to the movies tomorrow? I am so sad, guys. I am probably gonna miss The Mandalorian and Grogu. So Mini Mando has a Taekwondo competition in Atlanta that weekend. So I'm gonna miss the opening weekend, or at least opening night of Mandalorian and Grogu. I guess unless I go at midnight. I suppose I could. Hmm. Well, it depends. So I wonder if we drive down on Thursday instead of Friday. If I drive down on Thursday instead of Friday, I might be able to go to a midnight release. And if that's the case, I might try and like see if I can hook up with the Atlanta 501st and Mercs to see if I can go and tag along to the movies with them. Um, I'll have to see. I mean, I might have my armor done by then. There's really no reason to work on it right now. I've got nowhere to wear it. Nowhere to wear it. So I'm gonna try and see. It would be really cool though if I could at least hook up with the Mercs in or the 501st in Atlanta and see if they're going. I mean that's or the Rebel Legion, either other any either or. I the month of May, it's May 22nd is the release date. I have realized that the month of May is going to be absolutely insane. So, May 4th and May 5th, I have the Virginia Symphony Orchestra, which I will be dressing up for, as I do every year. Um, so that's number one. And then I have my niece is getting married in May, and it's also our church's dinner theater, which Mini Mando is in the dinner theater show. So what is going to happening the weekend of the 17th is Friday night I am helping out in the kitchen, and I will help out in the kitchen on Friday night, go to bed as soon as I get home, wake up at dark 30 Saturday morning to drive up to Pennsylvania for my niece's wedding, go to the wedding, which is in the afternoon of Saturday, go to bed as soon as the wedding is over, get up at dark 30 on Sunday morning to drive back so I can help in the kitchen again on Sunday night for the dinner theater. So, yeah, it's going to be absolute insanity. And then the weekend after that is Mini Mando's competition, the Taekwondo competition in Atlanta. So I will be doing the Taekwondo competition in Atlanta. And then right after that, the weekend after that, I am going to be in Disney World. The entire month of May, I will lose my freaking mind. Yeah. May is gonna be hardcore. It's gonna be super stressful. Cause let's see, we leave so we'll come back on Monday or Sunday. I think we're coming back on Sunday from the Taekwondo competition, and then Thursday, the 29th, 28th, 27th. Thursday the 27th, I will be hopping on the train to take to Orlando with my friends and my nephew. Cuz he graduated from high school early. I'm so proud of him for that. And so we decided to reward him and also give him his birthday and Christmas present all combined by taking him to Disney. And by we taking him to Disney, it means that my husband is going to send me to Disney so that he doesn't have to go. And then I found out today that we might be going to California this year because my mom and dad are going and they are going to maybe help fund that ticket because yeah, we might be going to California now too. Crazy. I did not expect to take this many trips already this year, but it's already looking like we're going to be all over the place. I'll be super excited though if we get to go to California because that means I'll get to go to World and Land in the same year. And Land will be free because I will have my cousin take me because he has a free pass. So I will have him take me to Disney World. Disneyland, sorry. You'll be in San Francisco the first week of March. Ooh, that'll be fun. I haven't been to San Francisco since I was 6, 5. I was pretty young. But that sounds like fun. I wonder if I'll go to. I don't think I'll go to Vegas again this year. I don't. I think my boss will send the other guy. We haven't been on like a vacation since 2022. We've done like trips to places, like weekend trips or anything like that, but we haven't done like a week-long vacation since 2022. 2023? 2023 is the last time we took a vacation. Like an actual vacation. Ooh, that sounds like fun, Tony. Luna, I would stay not here. Although the latest psychics the latest predictions from the psychics say sometime between April and May. They're saying that that's when we age of Aquarius and the house is in the sun of the Mars or something, and that aligns with bad things happening to terrible people, supposedly. I have a conspiracy that it will happen. Well, see, I think there's a conspiracy, maybe, possibly, I don't know, that that one of the countries that we're currently threatening will, or not even that they will actually do it, but they will be accused of doing something to make it happen. That the country that we're currently threatening will be accused of making it happen, and then that will be the justification for going in and just, that's my prediction. That's my pattern recognition. Think like remember what happened with Archduke Ferdinand? I have a feeling that it's going to be that. That's where my conspiracy theory brain is going, and that's where my pattern recognition theory is going, and I'm looking at like how World War I kicked off, and I'm going to guess that it's going to be a similar situation to that, and we're going to blame that country that we're currently threatening. Yeah, that's my guess. When? I don't know. I think that's truly terrible if that is what happens. I think that is wrong. But I don't think anybody deserves to, have that happen to them. I think that's horrible. It's terrible. Like, that's even to horrible people. I still think as a God-fearing woman, I believe that it's wrong. But at the same time, I will be sipping champagne that day. Which sounds awful. It makes me sound like I've talked about this with my therapist before about how, like, it makes me I feel awful that I have these thoughts. That's true. It's the only way they'll be held accountable. But, like, I don't like the fact that I have these kinds of thoughts in my head. Like, they make me feel very terrible. Because I don't like being that person. I don't like having these thoughts. I don't like that the way things are these days make me think these thoughts. I know it's a natural response, and my therapist is like, it's a healthy and natural response to the terrible things that are occurring. But I don't like it. I do not. If you're a Doctor Who fan, it's kind of like there's a good man doesn't need so many rules. It's kind of like what happens when you push the Doctor too far? Like, when you push the Doctor, who is like, I think he is a good man. He says he's not a good man, but I think the Doctor's a good man. Like, when you push him too far, really terrible things happen. And I don't know. I think it's like, I feel like I'm constantly being pushed towards that edge, and it just makes me think these horrible things, and I don't like, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I don't want to be that person. I don't like being this person. I'm a nice person. As I am regularly described, I am a golden retriever. You don't want bad people to be in power. You just said, I just want bad people to be in power. We don't want them in power. Bad people are currently in power, and that's the problem. Lots of very evil men are doing very evil things, and it's absolutely awful. I am a kind person. I am a nice person. I don't like it. I really don't. If only we had a way. We do have a way. We're just not, we're refusing to do anything. Like, we're just refusing to do it. Therein lies the problem. Nope, that didn't work. That made it worse. Oh, I might have finally fixed the lighting. It's a little bit better, not much. See, on TikTok, it, like, TikTok fixes it. My webcam makes it look so much worse. My webcam makes me look very shiny and very, like uber pale. Like, I look like I'm competing for the Pale Olympics. Like, it's quite terrible. For some reason, TikTok is, my phone is able to fix the lighting so that the lighting looks great. But the webcam just, it looks god awful. Some of it is like the way I'm sitting. If I sit like this, which is not as comfortable, it doesn't look as bad, but if I sit farther back, it messes with the webcam. It's the monitor light. No, it's not the monitor light. I have two light. Like, I do the dual lighting so that I get the night, so my face looks nice and toned, and lighting is very important, as we saw from the Michaela Nogueira video. Yeah, that's the problem. But I don't like it violent. I abhor violence. Unless it's absolutely necessary. As a last resort. It's fine as a last resort, but I don't like it. I like to be a good, kind human being, and I don't understand. I don't understand evil. I do follow the way. I guess my biggest thing is I don't understand cruelty. I don't understand it. Like, my brain cannot comprehend being cruel for the sake of being cruel. That's the biggest issue, is I don't understand being cruel for the sake of being cruel. I know it's the point, but I don't understand being awful to someone just for the sake of being awful. Like, it really doesn't. If I had all that money and all that power, I would use it to do good, to make sure that less people are suffering, to help people. Like, I don't understand, like, just using, when you have enough money to keep yourself satisfied, what do you need more of it for? Like, if you are so freaking wealthy that you can do whatever you want, whenever you want, and you could do so for the rest of your life, and your children could do so for the rest of their lives, and probably your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren too, why do you need more money? I do not. Or at least I don't think so. I don't, if I had all that money and all that power, I would want to know what it's like to give it away. Like, I could be down to my last dollar. Like, I could have no money left in my bank account, and if somebody comes to me and says they're hungry, I will figure out a way to feed you. And I guess that's part of the other problem is like, the base that is that way, I don't get it, because, like, some of the people that are in that base, those are the people I go to church with. And, like, I don't know about them, but I listened to the same sermons and read the same Bible that they did, and apparently they arrived at completely separate conclusions. How did we arrive at different conclusions? I'm pretty sure Jesus was very, very, very direct. He's very direct about what he said. He said two things. He said there were two rules I had to follow, right? Jesus, words of Jesus. They were in red last I checked. He said, I need to love God. Okay, checkbox. Love my neighbor. That's it. That's the things that's what God told me I needed to do. What? I don't even know if it's dedicated to turning us into Gilead. I think it's more like the Peter Thiel. They're trying to find the Antichrist and they're trying to like bring about Armageddon. I think that's more like it than it is like. Oh, did I miss a comment? I don't understand. I don't understand being cruel. I could never pull the wings off a butterfly. Like, that's horrible. That's just, it's kind of like, I don't understand how people abuse their children. I don't understand people that do that either. Have there been moments where I have been angry with my children? Yes. Would I ever hurt them? No. Maybe that's the difference, is I have enough self-identification that I know when it's time to like take a step back. But it's the thing is, I guess part of the other thing is I used to be that. I used to be a Christian, conservative Christian. I'll admit it, I was one. Up until I probably was 18, 19. I mean, I was raised in it. I was raised in rural Pennsylvania, in the evangelical church. I was a victim of purity culture, all that nonsense. But if you watch Jubilee Dawn, I love Jubilee Dawn. I follow her, and I love her stories because her story, I don't know. I met people. Like, I grew up in a bubble, and then as soon as I started meeting people, and I realized that I was being told a lie, like I was being lied to, that these people were not whatever, the alt-right was saying at the time. Like, those were lies. They were totally lies. So I don't know. That's a weird. I don't know why we got political tonight. It was because of the nature of what we're living in right now, I guess. So it's, I grew up in it, but I was able to change. Like, why can't other people change? Like, why can't you understand that it's not that they're being lied to. Like, I realized I was being lied to. Like, I was able to form that conclusion very simply. It just, I don't know. It's so weird. It's so weird to think about. But yeah, started when you mentioned the stars aligning. What started with the stars aligning? I got educated, yeah. So it was like I went to college and I left my small little college town and I met people who were different than I was. You know? Oh, I've never been told that, Luna, but that makes sense. Oh, the stars aligning. Yeah. Anyway, just as a side note, that's what the TikToks. So back to the original point. The TikTok psychics are now saying that something about April and May. It's difficult to pinpoint the date. Stars in alignment. Whatever. To quote one of my favorite animated films, The Road to Eldorado, the stars! Not right. Can't do it. Not today. I know that's why defunding education is what they want. But the thing was, it's like, it's not the education that I got at college. Like, it's not the classes I took. Although my Islam class did teach me to have a lot of empathy for people who were Muslim. And it taught me a lot about like because this was, 2005, 2006, 2007, when we're really seeing like the anti-Muslim era in the United States. taking an Islam class taught me a lot. Like I learned so much about that religion to the point of where I'm like, wow, everything the news is saying is a lie. But like I wouldn't say that like most of what the change in my opinions was not because of something I learned at class. I wasn't indoctrinated. There wasn't a professor that was doing that. It was me meeting people. Yeah, I saw them as humans. Well, because they are human. It's not seeing them as human. It's not even that. It's that they are human. I met people who were different than me. I met people who had a different life than me, who had different religion and different orientations and just everything about them was different. And I made friends with them. And then, because I'm a big giant golden retriever, and if I see you sitting alone at a table, guess what? You're my friend now. And it just that was the way it went for me. So it's I adopt people. Like that's why like I love the Mandalorians. I just adopt everyone. You're now part of the fam. Welcome. You do believe what you were told. You do not question authority. Yeah, it's kind of what you're yeah. Hey, Mr. Pierre. Yes. That is right. I guess that's the real problem. Oh, it's time for it to become unhinged. Mr. Pierre is here. He always turns my live into unhingedness. I need to order a necklace. I keep saying I'm gonna do that, and I keep being afraid to order the necklace, but I need to order the necklace. You are a sweet and innocent bean. Actually, we need to chat about a custom piece that I want, that I'm willing to pay for. I can't believe I'm willing to pay for it, but I'm willing to pay for it. We need to chat, because there is a piece I want to commission. I can't believe I want to do this. Well, first I need to find out how much it's gonna run, because of course I might just send you all of the stuff I need to make this Padme corset again and have you. Yeah, I know you'll lose track. I might just email you to have you finish this freaking Padme corset, because I don't like sewing with leather, okay? It is not my forte. I can do cotton, I can do polys, I can do jersey knits, but sewing with leather? Goodness gracious, how do you do it? Ugh. It's the leather. Like the fitting and the boning and the lining, I'm perfectly fine. But just yeah, I have a walking foot. It's the cutting of the leather and fitting of the leather, because leather is not forgiving. Cotton fabrics and pleather, very forgiving. Leather, not forgiving. It's gotta be so exact, and it's sewing with it is a pain. Because lining, I have to line it so that it's comfortable to wear, and lining a leather corset, now we're going into fabrics that suck to sew with. Find a cobbler. I did get my wig. The Padme wig is in this box. I'm gonna do an unboxing video. Oh. You guys don't need to see my address. So. Yep, I got my Padme wig. It's here. I have to get the soldering iron out tomorrow to finish the headband, and then I am going to take my approval photos with the original corset, which is fine. I'm just not happy with it because I sewed with... I haven't put the new leather on machine. My mom brought me feet to try and help me sew. She brought me a roller foot, which has these little rollers on the bottom, which should help. And then there's also the leather foot. So, when do I sleep? Oh, I sleep all the time. At night, usually sometime between midnight and 6. Yeah, I bought some leather needles. You're doing California February, so watching this live stream is so what? Oh, one question, though. Totally, I might have some free time. You're in Orlando normally, right? Or close to Orlando? Like, within an Uber's distance of Orlando that won't cost me an arm and a leg? So, will be in Orlando at the end of May, like the last week, last Thursday to Sunday in May. So maybe on Friday night, if I get a break away from my friends and my nephew, I might come over for like an hour or two. I don't want to leave because I'm with my nephew and my friends, and I don't want to like abandon them, but like I do want to come and see you. So maybe we can have like an hour's long unhingedness. Oh my goodness, that would confuse people, really. No game this weekend. Nope. We have no game. My DM had like a crazy, horrible, bad week and had zero interest in being in charge of us idiots. Tonight. Because we were supposed to have game last week and it got canceled because he got pulled on a job. But today, he was not... He was going to try and make up for missing last week, but then he's like, no, I have zero interest in being in charge of you idiots tonight, so I'm going to go play Minecraft, which is what he's currently doing right now. You need a soda? Soda? I don't have soda. Which I'm pretty sure my DM is still streaming. Let me look real quick. Let me pull up the purple app. Yep, he's streaming. And what is Mindless doing? Mindless is playing RV There Yet? I don't know this game. So, Mindless is streaming RV There Yet, and the Gaming Trucker, which is my DM, he is currently on Minecraft. So, okay. We'll go get a soda. Have a Diet Coke. Those are my favorite. Crispy Diet Cokes. I like McDonald's Diet Cokes. I like Costco Diet Cokes. My little soda pop. You're all I can think of. Every drop I drink up. Diet Coke Giraffe Long Legs? Can't send you flowers. No, you can't. Because I'm in TikTok jail for boring live streams. Apparently. But I put buy me a coffee in my LINK in the BIO. Thank you to Mr. Pierre for teaching me how to say that. If you go to my page, well, I haven't been making a whole lot of content, so it's not like it's being pushed down. I just haven't been making any. But I am currently in jail I'm in TikTok live jail because my stream was boring. It was a bot. It was a bot that put me in jail because it was like the first time I got it, I understood. Like it was like, okay, I'm boring, whatever. So I got the first strike, I understood. And then when I went live on Monday, how much is bail? I have to wait until next Monday until I'm out of jail. But when I went live on Monday, within like, I don't know, like a minute, if that, of getting into the live, like immediately got a violation. Like it was a CGV within a few seconds. All right, I will see you, Mr. Pierre. Okay, so yeah, and it was so quick. And then I figured out that there was a bot, and I blocked the bot, and now I haven't had a problem since I blocked the bot. And from what I gather, this is happening to a lot of creators, big and small, that there's like a bot, that are bots going around, and it's regardless of content, because like people are like, oh, it's because you're talking about super political content, or you're blah, blah, blah. No, no, no. It does not matter. It everybody is getting it. So yeah, it's been super, super strange. Which is why I set up Buy Me a Coffee as an alternative. Yeah, so if you guys see bots, usually it's like user with a bunch of numbers and they don't have a profile picture. Usually they usually do not have profile pictures, or it's a profile picture of like a hot Asian chick. Which is, I don't mean that to sound terrible, but that's what they usually are. Because the bots I have to clean out of like following me and stuff like that, that happens. No, Tony, not like your profile picture. Like, I mean, like they're all, but they're like wearing a mini dress and all those things. Like, it's a total nightmare. So yeah, I definitely, it's the bots are the problem. And like I said, I'm noticing like there's a couple creators who are complaining about the bots. Um, and again, these are not creators that talk about anything that would be considered even remotely inflammatory. It's like a sewing, crocheting. What? They're just crocheting on live, and that's all they do, and they're getting CGVs for that. Like me, I'm getting CGVs for reading Mall Lockdown. I mean, come on. Come on. Don't do that to me. Yeah, I've seen like, and I've seen a couple videos like people complaining about it. So it's obviously a problem. It seems like it's starting to get better. All of a sudden, like, it's like, it seems like the bots are starting to go away, but it's probably because enough of us have blocked them that they're starting to like disappear. Um, but yeah, we'll. And the thing that's dumb is the appeals that got approved. Like, I picked one of the options. Like, there's a whole bunch of options when you go to appeal a CGV like that. And I, of the 3 that I got, I appealed all of them. Excuse me. And one of them, I slipped a different option for each one. Um, they are also shadow banning accounts that don't go live or sell. Yeah. Uh, I really need to make some Death Star IT. I'm gonna make a Death Star IT about the ChatGPT thing. And I definitely need to make one about my GNN. I really struggle with making it was funny at the beginning. Like, it was funny last year when I was doing the Galactic News Network stuff because it was funny. Why don't you live stream that? People love there's like a bunch of like lice treatment TikToks. People love that stuff. I think it creeps me out. But, you know, hey, lots of people do that. Yeah. Yeah. Creeps me out. Bugs. Icky. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, I swear. You want Mini Mana to go viral? No. There are too many creepers out in the world. No thanks. But yeah. I'm telling you though, Mini Mando or Tiny Mando ever gets lice again, I am driving to Richmond. I am not doing it. Ick. Ick, 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 ick. I hated it. I hated it. Ah! Grosses me out just thinking about it. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, no one will allow me to put them online. Well, can't you do it like, going live would make it more difficult. I'm assuming that you do mostly children. There's not a whole lot of adults coming in with lice, although I don't know. I really am not super up into the lice treatment world. Yeah, you could do that. Why not do that? Or you could do lives where you're like working out and stuff like that. I think those are pretty popular. I mean, obviously kids can't. I try really hard to protect my kids online because adults primp a lot. I don't like showing my kids online. Although apparently it doesn't matter, right? What we've discovered in the last couple of weeks, it doesn't matter that I tried to protect my children online. Their photos were taken by LifeTouch, as was mine. Which I was thinking about that today. I was like, I think the part that makes me so mad about this whole situation, I mean, obviously, like, the actual terrible stuff, like, that stuff makes me super angry and super sad at the same time. But the one thing that I've realized that makes me the most mad is that I was told that I was too ugly, too fat, no good, not smart enough, too smart, like, all of these things. I was lied to by a society that was trying to groom me into being a victim. They were trying to groom me into being, like, convince me that I was this, like, it just, That makes me mad. That, like, I was made to feel so awful because they were trying to convince me that I needed to be part of their victim pool or look like their victims. And it just, that makes me so mad. Which is also why with my children, I was like, we have healthy body images in this house. Like, we don't, who cares no, who cares? Who cares? The things I care about are my kids' clothes in one piece, because that's been a problem recently, and are my kids clean? That's it. That's all I care about. I don't care if their socks and shoes match. I don't care. Oh, and if they're wearing shorts, if they're wearing a dress, because my kids, your town only ever used. See, our school used Life Touch. Even my private school used Life Touch. Like, they're all Life Touch, and it makes me mad now. So, Tiny Mando has a problem with destroying things. She will find something and then just rip it to shreds. So recently we've had a problem that if she finds a hole in her clothes or some of the stitching is coming undone, she will pick at it all day until we get to the end of the day and her clothes are half gone because she had like a sweater. And regardless of whether or not she's actually wearing anything under the sweater, which is part of the problem, let's say she had a sweater. And she found that one of the no, it's not OCD. I think she is autistic, and I think that is where it's coming from. We're pretty sure she's on the spectrum. She's got a lot of indicators. But I have, in the last year, it's becoming worse and worse, but I fear getting her tested, thanks to Maha. I'm stuck in a rock and a hard place on that one. So, but like, if she has a sweater and she finds that there's like a string that she can pull on, she will pull that string and her sweater will disintegrate in her hands and she will just keep pulling on the string and pulling on the string and pulling on the string and pulling on the string until she has no top on because she just ripped the sweater apart. So it's become a problem. Like, her dress, she's wearing a dress this week and I sent her to school and the dress was fine, as far as I looked at it. And when she came home, the top of the dress was starting to separate from the skirt because she had been pulling out the stitches all day. Like, apparently it had a little hole in it that I didn't notice, and she had started to just rip the whole part. So, like, she had these huge gaps of, like, the skirt becoming separated from the top of the dress. Yeah. If she gets bored, she will sit there and rip all of the paper off her crayons and then just break her crayons in half. Like, she will literally sit there and destroy a box of crayons because she can. She breaks toys the same way. If she's got chipped paint, good luck. She will pull all the paint off the wall. Yeah. I don't even know. It is that she's bored to some point, but then she also, like, she gets frustrated super easily, and that's some of it too. We had her in therapy for a little bit, but the therapy was more like talk therapy, and talk therapy for a 7-year-old, 6-year-old, Yeah, Pepper just woke up. Stormy! Come here. Come here. You want to say hi? Come here. Oh my goodness. You are getting so big. You need a haircut, man. I know. Oh my goodness. Say hi. I don't know. We've never had her IQ tested. Say hi, Pumpkin. There we go. Yeah. Puppers. He's not even a pupper. He's 13. He turned 13 last Saturday. Because his birthday is Valentine's Day. He's an old man. But he's still my puppy. His name is Stormy. All his treats are downstairs. Oh man, did you scratch yourself again? Oh man. I know, you're itchy. We need to get you some more of your medicine, your allergy medicine. Is that it? Yeah. Yeah. He's my puppers. Yeah. There you are. You're a good boy. Yeah, you are. Who's my good boy? I know. I need to give you a bath tomorrow. I need to give you a haircut. Yeah. Yeah, I know. There's a lot. She's got a lot of sensory issues. She's been delayed on a lot of her major milestones. Not super delayed, but delayed enough that it was noticeable. Like she didn't talk until she was about 2.5. Like I'm not even talking, like she just didn't talk. She'd babble until she was like 2.5, which is a little late. She was like, it was like 14 months um until she could walk. So again, not in the realm of a worrying delay, but enough that it's a delay that was noticeable. You went down? There you go. There you go. Good boy. A little late is normal, but it's not normal for a second sibling. So things like walking and talking usually occur faster in second siblings because they have an example. And my kids are only 2.5 years apart. So, I mean, the doctor did notice she was in speech therapy. We did finally get her to start talking via dinosaurs. And she will still sit there and tell you all about dinosaurs. She is very good at telling you about dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are her special interest. We have a lot of sensory issues. Particularly when we worked on it a lot. Things like water was a problem with her. If she got hit with water, any kind of droplet of water or jet of water would instantaneously make her freak out. No, brontosauruses are not real. They're actually brachiosauruses. And they're all part of, not the hadrosaurs. Is it the hadrosaurs? So like we couldn't give her a shower. So I mean, probably she was like 5 before we could give her a shower without her screaming bloody murder. Like, you would think she was being murdered in the shower, which was very fun when we'd go on vacation and the hotel rooms didn't have a bathtub. And if she got unexpectedly hit by rain when we walked outside, that was fun. Oh, yeah. One time we were at a birthday party and they turned on a sprinkler and she was near the sprinkler when they accidentally turned the sprinkler on. We had to leave the birthday party. Yeah, I know, but the problem is I'm worried about it being safe for the intervention. Because that's where we are as a country. She has to sleep with a blanket covering her face. She will not sleep without a blanket covering her face. Now it's become a very specific blanket, which is her baby blanket. But it has to be like over her face in a very specific way, and she will fix it if it's not right. She always wears her shoes backwards. She does not like to wear her shoes on the right feet. Now, if you put them on the right feet, she won't take them off and fix it, but she prefers her shoes to be backwards. Yeah. Like I said, we had started her in like a therapy program, but it was just talk therapy, and it was just not really effective for a young kid. Yeah, we had started even earlier when she was 2 and wasn't talking. The pediatrician had us going to speech therapy, but it was like height of the pandemic. And so speech therapy for a 2.5-year-old was done via Zoom, which let me tell you, trying to keep a 2.5-year-old interested in a Zoom call, not great. No. But she fixed it. We were able to fix the, she won't touch things that are wet. If she steps in a puddle with her foot, I mean, I know like stepping in a puddle with your sock on sucks, But like if she steps in water or she has to touch something wet, no. She's 7, so she's in first grade, and if it rains in the morning, like I have to sit there and pep talk her into opening up the car handle because it is wet. Um, so it's a challenge. It is a challenge with her some days. Um, it's just it. She's spicy brained. I mean, therapy. Her she does not seem very interested usually in playing with other children. She has a few friends. Most notably is a boy who is on the verge of being nonverbal. That is her best friend. Because they are able to communicate on a level that apparently is not possible with other children. Which I thought was really cute. She loves this little boy. He is her bestie. Um, and he's kind of funny because they both have like she has to touch things when she eats. Like she has to be touching another person when she's eating. She does not like to eat unless she is touching. She's pretty snuggly. She always wants to be touching you. Like and usually it's just like she wants to be touching a part of your body at all times. She needs to have a part of her body on your body, which it would be really adorable, except when I'm overstimulated, I'm like, I cannot deal. I am touched out. Please stop touching me. Oh my gosh. Uh, but the little boy in her class he's barely verbal is probably the best way. They apparently are able to she is able to recognize when he's overstimulated and help like lead him away in a way. It's really it's she's like his little personal helper. Because he has I don't know if it's a nurse or it's just an aide that goes around school with him. But she has become like his own little like mini aide. It's quite adorable actually. I wouldn't say that she's super smart. And that sounds terrible. I don't have a frame of reference. So Mini Mando is in the gifted program. Mini Mando is like wicked smart. Like she's probably on levels with her mom because when I was younger, I was genius level, but you know, I was a gate kid. But so Mini Mando is that way. Tiny Mando, not as much. I think we're gonna have to get her an IEP. Because we're over halfway through first grade. She was in normal kindergarten. She went through 3 years of preschool, academic preschool. And she still has difficulty identifying letters. She has difficulty remembering the sounds of letters. Math seems to be a struggle for her as well. So there are some indicators that education-wise, they said that she's progressing. But like even with after school reading tutoring every single day or every other day, is not it's getting her up to like a kindergarten level as far as reading goes. So it's I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where we're at the end of the year. I talked to her first grade teacher about it. She said, well, we'll see how the end of the year, until we get to the end of the year, and then we'll make a decision. Yeah, I don't know if she's going to need an IEP or not. I wonder because she does have to go to special reading. She does go to remedial reading. Still, most of the kids that have gone to remedial reading have already graduated. She's still in the remedial reading. So we'll see. I don't know. She still doesn't really color within the lines. She's still very scribbly, but that's normal with first graders. Yeah. So we'll see where we're at. The thing is for her is like I don't have a frame of reference. Like I have a gifted kid. I don't know what a normal kid is supposed to do. I try not to stress about it too much. It's just I get as she's getting old, like as she's starting to get older, and we're still having behaviors that I would equate with being 3 or 4. There's a lot of crying that goes on in her house over things that are not that devastating, you know, kind of things. Like, and I'm not talking like a little crying. I'm talking like meltdown cry. So yeah. Can I comb her hair? Yes. Mama does not. We don't. There is a lot of fighting about hair combing in our house. Both for Mini Mando and Tiny Mando. Neither of them like getting their hair brushed. And the Tiny Mando has like really wavy, curly hair. Not like the super spirals, but like her hair has just got this like curl, loose wave kind of thing, like a beachy wave going on. And so it gets kind of hard to brush because it is so like bushy. And then you've got Mini Mando, who's got hair like mine that is super, super thick. So she's just got, like, her hair is, you know, short, but it's thick hair. So I don't know if it's, I think it's 2C is probably what it is. Let me look and see. No. 2A. It's a little bit between 2A and 2B. Yeah, mine is, yeah, it's a 2A, 2B. It's somewhere between 2A, 2B. It depends on how much humidity is in the air. If it's humid out, like in Florida, it's 2B. If it's dry, like the winter, like it is now, it's 2A. Her she used to have like baby spirals. Her hair, well, let me look at 2B. Yeah, it's definitely not 2C. It's somewhere between a 2A and 2B kind of a situation. But it's just she gets fairy knots really easily, and her hair is just always a mess. So I'll brush her hair, and then like 10 minutes later it looks like it hasn't been brushed in days. It's poofs out and all over the place. Yeah. So she's somewhere between 2A and 2B. I definitely have a not curly hair. I have what is my hair type? It's definitely in the realm of 1. Probably like, but I have thick. It's probably like a 1B or 1C. You need hair charts for your clinic. I would say I'm like 1B or 1C. It dries very straight, but like that's just because I dry it straight. If I dry it straight, then it stays pretty straight, although it's dry, so I don't get my natural wave. So Tiny Mando does get that from me. So as soon as it gets humid out, like I get this like weird kind of a wave thing going on. Tiny Mando gets ringlets as soon as it gets humid. Mini Mando, again, she gets the wave like I do. There's a wave. So, yeah, I probably have 1B or 1C. It's very thick and coarse. I didn't think... I wish I had curly hair. I've once or twice thought about getting a perm. But then I'm afraid it'll ruin my hair, so then I don't do it. Because my hair is so thick. Alright, kiddos. Whew. It is 11:30. I am sleepy and I have a very busy day tomorrow. Aw, thank you. I need to wash it. It's almost wash day. I try not to wash it too much because my hair is already super oily. So, but anyway, I have a very busy day tomorrow. So I will see you guys on Monday, and hopefully I will be out of live jail. And yeah, have a good night, y'all, and I will see you later. Mwah. Same thing goes for you guys on